Hello everyone, my name is Anitsu, and I'm here with another box opening, Golden Buddy Pack version E. This is a pretty interesting box in the fact that it's a really cheap box. It is a very small set, and you can basically open up one of every double rare, which is basically like their common, in a single box. The big thing about this box is the buddy rares are really hard to pull, and the fact that they are a 1 in 16 chance of getting one per box. That makes them very hard to find, but that doesn't necessarily make them very valuable. I'll get into that later. So the big thing with the Golden Buddy Packs is they are cool in which they have the special foiling, but the pack came out so early in the game that a lot of the cards just don't hold any value. So as a result, the boxes have been selling for pretty cheap as of late, especially around the holiday season. I personally found this one for about $16, $17, and the reason why I'm comfortable with buying this box is because realistically, I'm only looking for 2 cards. And I know I'm basically guaranteed at least 1 copy of each of those per box that I buy, just based on how little amount of cards the set actually holds. So the 2 cards I'm mainly looking at, or for, are going to be All-Knowing Valkyrie Aldwin and Disturbed Hand Dragon. So out of everything that came out in this set, those are the 2 cards that are holding the most value. There's a couple of other cards, like maybe 2 or 3 other cards that are holding about $1 to $2 worth of value, but what you're really looking for when buying this box is going to be the Disturbed Hand and Aldwin. What makes Disturbed Hand and Aldwin so valuable in this box? Well, Disturbed Hand Dragon has been seeing some fringe play in a couple of different Dragon World decks. He's a really good tech card and a really good sideboard card if you're playing Dragon World. He helps mitigate how much your opponent can draw extra during their turn, so that makes him pretty good as a result. And he only had 1 printing, and his only printing was in this box. So the other thing that I'm looking for is Aldwin. So Aldwin, even though it's been reprinted, this is the first printing of the card. It's in this special, sweet, cool gold foiling, and on top of that, it's still a highly played card even today. Between those 2 cards, they make up almost the entire value of the booster box, depending on how much you're spending on the booster box. Aldwin goes for about $10, and Disturbed Hand goes for about $4 or $5. So just those 2 cards alone already make up like $14, $15. So if you're buying a box for like $17 like I did, you're essentially paying $2 for bulk and Gambler's Premium to try to get a buddy rare. If you immediately hit a buddy rare, the box is automatically worth it just because of how rare the buddy rares are. A couple of the cards are holding a little bit of value outside of those 2 cards. So the cards that are holding a little bit of value are going to be the Drum Bunker, they're going to be Armor Knight Eagle Ace, and it's going to be the Iceblade Joker. So those are the cards that are kind of holding their own. Even though none of them are really seeing any play, they're like $1 a card. But outside of that, there's no real reason to buy this booster pack outside of the fact that, oh, you just want to collect all of the golden cards from the set, which you only need 1 box to get at least 1 of, or you're just trying to have some like fringe fun with cheap cards or go back to old school buddy fights. But monetarily wise, the only real reason you're ever buying this box is for the Disturbed Hand, is for the Aldwin, and then outside of that, you're just paying extra to try to get a buddy rare and for all of the bulk cards. With all that being said, let's hop over to TCG Player and we can take a look at some of the buddy rares of the box. So as you can see, a lot of the cards have this unavailable for the market price. That means that they have never sold. So not a single copy of Captain Answer has sold on TCG Player to formulate that market price. So even though people are listing it for like a really high amount, it's never sold at that high amount. And these stores are not lowering their price. So these cards will just never sell as a result. So as you can see, a lot of the overexpensive Buddy Rares have just never sold on TCG Player, even though they're holding really high price tags. So the ones that have sold are going for between $10 to $40 depending on the card. So that's more of the estimate that I would give a Buddy Rare coming from the set, is between that $10 to $40 range. So that's how I would evaluate the Buddy Rares in the set and how much they're actually worth, because those are coming from real numbers that have actually been selling. TCG Player sometimes doesn't do the best job at calculating market value or prices of cards, so you might have to go to external sites outside of it for more information, like eBay, where you could actually see what has sold, how much of it has sold, and what it's sold for. But a lot of these Buddy Rares are just being overinflated just because of the rarity of the card. With that being said, I think a proper buy for this box is around that $16 to $17 range, and then anything more than $20, I would just never buy, is coming from this box, because again, the only real cards you're looking for is Disturbed Hand and Aldwin. Outside of that, you're not really looking for much of anything. I hope you found this video to be kind of informative, and I hope you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.